Welcome to the First Five, where we flip the script, find God in real life, and get your soul fed in just 5 minutes flat. No fluff, no filters, just straight truth that hits different. And trust me, heaven's got something to say today. This is word that walks with you to work, rides with you in traffic, and sits right in the middle of your living room chaos. So whether you're sipping coffee, scrolling before the kids wake up, or just trying to get your mind right for the day, lock in. 5 minutes, one word, all fire. Let's flow. Good morning, family. It's Testimony Tuesday, and today we're asking God to help us see clearly, discern wisely, and move intentionally. So let's get into it. This is your First Five. 5 minutes, one word, let's flow. So listen, have you ever been on a long road trip with kids in the backseat asking every 5 minutes, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That movie with Ice Cube, that's every parent's nightmare and every kid's hobby, apparently, right? Like they work at that. Asking the same question over and over, even though y'all are still on the same highway, same road. Like we done passed the mile marker. It was only 30 seconds ago. Like chill. Okay. And the funny part, they don't ask because they know. They ask because they don't know how to read the signs. They don't see the exit numbers, the landmarks, or the directions, right? Even though Siri all loud. They're in the car, but they don't know where they are. And Jesus says in Luke 12, some of y'all are just like that. You can look at clouds and predict rain, but you can't read the signs in your own spirit. Teens like checking Snapchat streaks but missing the big life moments. Dang. Millennials like knowing the weather app better than your prayer schedule. Elders like watching the news faithfully but not checking in with what the Spirit is doing in your heart. So I titled today's message, Are We There Yet? In Luke 12:54-56, Jesus says, you know how to interpret the appearance of earth and sky. How is it you don't know how to interpret this present time? Jesus is confronting a crowd that's spiritually asleep. They can read clouds, but not the kingdom. They know weather patterns, but not God's patterns. We know trends, algorithms, moods, markets, but not the moments of divine interruption. Jesus is saying, pay attention. Your life is on the move. Don't miss me. So let's talk truth. You can be present and still not perceive. In John 12, Jesus is literally crying out to the people using his outside voice, okay, declaring who he is, and still they miss it. The light stood in the room and their eyes were open, but their hearts were closed. Being near Jesus is not the same as noticing Jesus. Being around the word is not the same as receiving the word. You can be in church and still not catch the move of God. You can be around believers and still not believe. You can be in the presence and still out of alignment. It's like riding in a car with someone using GPS, but never actually listening. You heard the directions, but you didn't perceive the turn. Present, but still lost. Ugh. Jesus repeatedly said, let those who have ears hear. Translation, you can have functioning ears and still miss the message. My second point, culture teaches distraction. Jesus teaches discernment. We live in a world where your phone lights up more than your prayer life. Notifications, alerts, DMs, drafts, drama pulling at you all day. But spiritual sight requires stillness, not scrolling. Culture keeps you entertained, so you stay asleep. Christ calls you to discern so you'll wake up. Culture says, stay distracted so you never deal with yourself. Christ says, stay watchful so you can walk in purpose. It's like being hyper-focused on your Spotify playlist while missing the huge traffic sign telling you the exit is right now. Yeah, you had data, but no discernment. Information is not revelation. Jesus warns the crowd that rejecting the light brings judgment, not because God hides himself, but because distraction blinds us. And lastly, every generation must learn to read spiritual signs. Nobody is exempt from discerning God's movement. Every generation gets signs, just different ones. Teens, sometimes the sign is that God is shifting your circle. Who leaves your life is just as prophetic as who enters it. Discern who drains you and who feeds you. Millennials, the sign might look like burnout, frustration, or every door closing except the one you didn't want. Sometimes God isn't punishing you, he's pivoting you. Elders, your signs show up as legacy moments when God urges you to pour wisdom into the next generation. Your testimony is someone else's survival manual. Whew. What signs has God been showing you that you've been ignoring because the light is still talking? Are you listening? And what season are you actually in? And what is God asking you to see that you've been overlooking? And our prayer for today, Lord, open my eyes. Help me read the spiritual signs you're placing in my life. Wake me up to your timing, your movement, and your direction. Give me discernment so I know what you're doing and where you're leading. Amen. This week, pause and ask, Lord, what time is it in my life? There you have it. That was your first 5. Now go live it. 5 minutes, one word, all fire. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Jesus said, don't just check the weather, check your spirit. I'll see you back here in the morning.